This is going to be the weekly reading for Aquarius. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And the first card that I have is the Two of Staves. And the staves are the traditional, in the traditional tarot, are the wands cards. So what I'm getting, the energy from this card is, see how she's watching and she's waiting. I feel like you are too focused on what you want right now. And when you focus really hard on what you want, you actually keep it away. You actually push it away. Have you ever had something that you were just so focused on, and then all of a sudden you were just like, fuck it, it is what it is, and then it came to you? It's because you were in this waiting energy. And when you're in this waiting energy, you're stagnant and the energy is not flowing. Things cannot flow to you. You know, and I hate to use the old cliche, if you love something, let it go, and if it comes back, it was meant to be. Well, that's the energy that I'm getting from this card. And I do have some cards to clarify each card, and these are my Vampire Oracle cards. And the card that I pulled to clarify that Two of Staves is the Sacrifice, Renunciation, Offering, Letting Go. So I do feel like this confirms that energy of letting go and not holding on so tightly, because we hold on to things tightly out of fear. We're really scared to let go. But this is something that you need to check, because when we hold on to things so tightly out of fear, that is a codependent energy. And that reflects more on you than anything else. And that has to do with attachments, being attached to things and not feeling whole and complete within. And that's going to be really important in manifesting what you want, is by letting go. We actually attract things to us by letting them go, believe it or not. I mean, I know it sounds contradictory, but that's how energy works. And then we have the Three of Swords. And this card here is all about heartache and pain and disappointment and just feeling abandoned and left for dead, and just like everything has just been so horrible, and you know, you're really stuck in this energy. You've been rehearsing the pain over and over and over again. And once again, the message that's coming through loud and clear is that you need to let this go. Let the past go, and don't judge what's happening right now, because it is taking you one step closer to what it is that you want, what it is that you're trying to manifest, your heart's desire. I just got that message. Because the card that we have to clarify the Three of Swords, and understand this is a mental energy too. Our thoughts, it's one thing to honor your feelings. It's another thing to let your emotions run amok. And whenever you have an emotion, look at the thought behind it. It's almost always a thought and a belief behind that thought that has created that emotion. So be very mindful of that. Don't let your emotions take over you. Because you have this nightmare card, bad dreams. And this, once again, is you rehearsing your pain over and over again. And it's always important to look for the lesson in everything, because all lessons repeat until they're learned. So this is all about your fears manifesting. This is all about, because you're holding on so tight because you're scared of loss. You're scared of losing stuff. Well, you can't lose anything that is for you. If it's for you, you cannot lose it. And so it's always important with fears to realize, first of all, fears are not real. Fears are illusions. They're conditioning. We come into this earth as souls completely perfect, devoid of fears. And we take on these fears through our parents and through different experiences that we have. And this is all about letting go and moving away from the past so that something new can come towards you. Let that shit go. I'm real bad. I'm a Scorpio. I'm real bad about holding on. So I understand. Then we have the Six of Swords. And once again, this is a mental energy. This is a waiting energy. This is just really being in your head and having a lot of anxiety that things are not going to work out. But like I said, the way that things work out the way that you want them to is by thinking positively. people always say, think positive, think positive. That used to piss me off so bad. But if you can't think positive, at least be neutral. Because we basically attract to us by where we're vibrating at. So I always make a list of things that I know to be true. And I use them as affirmations. So turn all your negatives into positives. Anytime a negative thought comes up, look at it a different way and watch you have a different outcome. And then the card that we have to clarify the Six of Swords is the seduction, the allure, the desire, the manipulation card. Once again, you're holding on very tightly and you're trying to control the situation. And you're basically trying anything and everything you can to get what you want. Out of fear of losing it, you have such a strong grip on it. But you cannot get what is yours unless you let go and let it flow. I mean, I literally, every reading I've done this week, I have said that. Let go and let flow so that the energy can flow to you. And stop trying to control the outcome. Because, like, I work in sales, so sometimes I will, like, wake up in the morning, I'll be like, man, I just need to make this much today. If I can just make this much. And my spirit team, my spirit guides will tell me, is that all you want to make today? Because if that's all you want to make today, then that's all that you'll make today. And I'll be like, no, 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 no. I'm not going to limit myself. I'm going to be open to the abundance of the universe and know that the universe always has my back. That was the message that I got. And I was talking about the fears being illusions. This is confirmation of that. You got the Moon card. And the Moon is all about illusions. The Moon is all about your shadow side. And whenever something comes up that you don't like, look at, like I said, the thoughts and the emotions behind that come up as a result. And that is your guidance. That is like your compass to let you know what you need to work on. Because we have things hidden in our shadow side, kind of like the moon and the sun. The moon is the shadow side of the sun. And then when you shine the light on those things, and you bring them into the light, and you become conscious and aware of them, they no longer exist. They move out of the way. And that is how we heal things, is by bringing things into the light. And I said those fears are all illusions anyway. Then we have the Burnt by the Sun, the Ambition, Extension, and the Reach card. And once again, this is you just, I mean, you have been under this illusion of control, that you have any control. You don't have control, because the universe is in charge. Your soul is in charge. And what we have to realize is that we are just inhabiting these human bodies that we're in right now. Our soul is. We are so much more than our human bodies and the conditioning that we have received as human beings. We're a whole soul who has traveled many dimensions, many timelines. And some of us are old souls. Like, I'm a very old soul. I have been able to date back several of my past lives, all the way back to biblical times. And I'm not saying this, basically what I'm trying to get at is everything that's happening right now is happening for a reason, because we all chose these experiences prior to incarnating here. Therefore, everything's happening exactly as it should. So always keep that in mind and try not to judge situations as good or bad. Because then we have the Ace of Cups card. And the Ace is all about new beginnings, because you have completed a cycle. And the Cups are all about love. And the message that's coming through for this is fill your own cup first. Start there. Start by accepting yourself exactly as you are, unconditionally. The way that we love ourselves is not by going out and getting manicures, massages, all that. All that's nice and a part of self-care, but true self-love is accepting yourself, warts and all, exactly as you are, and filling your own cup and not seeking outside of yourself for anyone else to do this for you. Because once you do this, you can attract someone else into your life, possibly your divine partner, soulmates, a higher vibrational situation than you have been. And you do this by loving yourself first, because this automatically puts you in a higher vibration. Then we have the Love Conquers All card to clarify the Ace of Cups. Enduring loyalty, eternal love, lasting commitment. Make this to yourself. Everything you've been giving to others, a lot of times we'll go out of the way to accommodate somebody else, to earn somebody else's love, to be able to stay in somebody else's life when we're not giving to ourselves. We're not filling our own cup. And then we end up feeling bad and we feel used and we feel taken for granted. And the reason why we do is because we were looking to that person to make us feel whole and complete when we were whole and complete to start with. So that is the message that this card is saying. And I got that message loud and clear from Spirit. Fill your own cup first. And then we have the False Person card. Now, the message that I'm getting from this card is that you've got to be real to attract real into your life. So make sure you are not lowering your standards of what you feel like you deserve. You know, basically set your own price tag, okay? I know I'm worthy of this, this, and this, and this is what I deserve. And a lot of people think that that is not unconditional love. But basically, when you put yourself first, and you know what you deserve as a person, and you fill your own cup first, and this is what like basically I'm having a hard time expressing the energy of this card. You have got to be your true authentic self in order to attract somebody else who is on the same vibrational frequency as you are. Because if you present yourself to be something else in order to be able to be with somebody or to attract a certain type of person that you feel like you're trying to attract, you are not going to attract something authentic into your life. So this is why you have to be authentic and be real to yourself and be accepting and love yourself conditionally so that someone else can. I'm sorry, about dropped my phone. Struggled with that. High honor. Once again, this is about respecting yourself and accepting yourself completely, exactly as you are. Honor your feelings, honor yourself. Now, don't let your emotions or your thoughts run amok, but when you feel a feeling, actually honor that feeling. Honor it and just accept, this is how I feel today. I'm just going to accept it. But then don't let it take over your whole day. Let it get out of the way. Just let it move. The important thing about energy is let energy continue to move. That is so important. We have the Child card. And what I'm getting with this is, once again, to become your authentic self, to actually be who your soul is. Connect to your soul. Get to know yourself on a personal basis. And a lot of times we will attach ourselves to others or things, or we'll stay busy so that we avoid ourselves. So we avoid getting to know ourselves. So we avoid shining that light on our shadow side. So this message here is all about spending time with yourself, getting to know who you were before the conditioning, before the fears took over. Who were you before? Because that is how you connect to your soul, because all of the conditioning all belongs to the physical form that you're in now. And don't you want to know who you are as a soul? I mean, this is what I'm working on right now. I have stopped trying to, on this spiritual journey that I'm on this twin flame journey I'm on, I have set my intention that the most important thing to me on this journey is to connect to my soul and my own soul energy, and to continue ascending and spiritually awakening, and just to continue forward on this journey. And it no longer depends upon physical union of my twin flame, because whatever's for me is for me, and I don't have to push it. So what I'm saying is, with me telling my personal story, make connecting to your soul the most important thing in your life, and everything else will fall into place, and you will attract higher vibrational situations. And you will not be creating through your fears, the fears that you have right now. You will actually connect from the soul, and you will have more meaningful connections. That message came through very loud from Spirit. But Aquarius, this is your weekly reading for the week of March 15th, and I will include my contact information in the description if you want to book a personal reading. Thank you.